Lalelani Kawuzan. So ngihambile, I watched Untied, the recent episode. Don Thandeka King. Let me tell you something. I watched Nonko's interview. I watched a little bit of who's that woman? The one with the cousin, which is cake. Yes. I watched her interview. I watched Norma Ngoma's interview and now watched Palisa's interview. And guys, let me tell you something. Don Thandeka King's episode of Untied is the best. Is the best. We were waiting for Norma Ngoma, but let me tell you something. Thandeka's interview is the interview to watch. It ended when I wanted to know more. I really wanted to know more. And I think that the reason for it is because Don Thandeka King is not all over everywhere talking about her ex marriage. Listen, don't mind here. It's my area to God. I'm busy communicating with God. I'm asking God for something, so this is my area. So I think that's the reason that I think she has spoken about divorce and stuff, but not in detail. And even as she is talking about it, she's still not telling you everything. I did like the way that she's handling the interview, that you don't feel like you know everything, even things that are private. But she still shared a lot. And there are things that you feel like you can learn from her journey and her interview. And also she was trying to respect the fact that now she is in a new she's in a new relationship now. And I loved this interview. Yo, it ended before I was ready for it to end. But let me tell you, okay? So, Don Thandeka King made her husband, I guess it's Mr. King. I don't even know the man, okay? That's how private they've been. When they were still at varsity, they finished, they have their babies, and they were in Joburg, and then she moves to Durban, gets a job in Durban, works there for a while. They have I think they have another baby, and then they move back to Joburg, and they get married at some point, like fairy tale stuff, fairy tale stuff. And then they start building a family. Everything is good, and they love each other. They're taking care of each other. But obviously, she had always wanted to get a break in the industry as an actress. At some point, you guys, she answers the calling of being a healer. She goes through that process. Right after she finishes that process, 5 babies later, she gets an agency that gets her job uh, at Uzalo. That is when she moves down to them and leaves her family there, the kids with her husband. Her husband had started this business that he was working from home. So he was going to be the one that took care of the kids. And then she was going to be in Devon working and then, go up to Joburg as much as possible. And that is when things started going wrong. Because let me tell you something. These people can be like babies, okay? Sometimes they just behave just like because you are right next to them, okay? However, you guys, she wasn't really trying to make her husband sound like or look like a horrible person. And I think the conversation between her and Lebo made her realize some of the things that she didn't think about before. The fact that there they were in Joburg, both of them are working, taking care of the kids. Now she's moved to Devon. Her husband had to basically be the only one that was taking care of the kids. Most of the time she was in Devon, and at the same time that she's in Devon, she's becoming this big star that is making a lot of money, more money than him. So the dynamics in their relationship changed. And then that is when also this one phone call started interrupting the family time and the WhatsApp, and then things got went downhill from there. And then she does speak about how things got so bad that there is a time where she got overpowered by the husband in front of her kids. And I thought that must have been like physically she got overpowered. So you can understand that whole situation. And then she speaks about the whole process of getting a divorce and dealing with the fact that even when they were trying to work things out, this man was refusing to let go of this relationship that he had started with someone. So basically, if she was somebody that was just airing out the dirty laundry, she would say, listen, when I went to work for this man and this kid in Durban, this man started cheating. While I'm busy making money for the family, this man was up here in Joburg cheating. Okay, but she didn't say it like that. She said, I guess it was a lot for him. It was a lot for him. And there was this repeated phone call. And then, when a person starts just being on the phone, and when you look at the phone, they're like, why are you looking at the phone? So she was classy like that. But if it was like me, I'll be like, he'll be on with his WhatsApp chatting to his side chick. But she wasn't like. But guys, like watch that interview, okay? Watch the interview. She spoke so well while telling us that her husband cheated, but I still feel like I respect her husband more than I did before she started the interview. But she was telling us that the husband cheated. That's how good she is. Anyway, you guys, the interview is good, okay? It's better than Norman Gomez's interviews, better than Nonku's interviews, better than all of the interviews that they've had so far on Untied. It's a good one, okay? So go watch it, okay? You feel like she was having an interview with Mkabai from Shaka Ilembe, okay? Anyway, she has that aura, like the aura of the queens, yes, but it's a good interview. I want them to do part 2 of the interview from Thandeka King. Please, Untied 2 just for Thandeka King. I don't know what she's going to talk about, but I just want to listen to her. Okay. That is how good the interview is. So please go and watch it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before you're going to share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Thanda.